What's up, strength coaches? Welcome back to another episode of the Cheeky Midweeky, and today it is me talking with you. It's been about a year since I was let go at Towson, and people have been asking me in the past, like, hey, how did you do it? How are you able to land on your feet? And I'm not going to say that it was 100% easy, but I will give you, what is this? I got 6 different things that you're going to want to know about how to be able to make the transition from your current job to if you do get let go. You want to be anti-fragile. Did I think that there was a possibility of it? Yes. At first, I did not when I first took the job. And maybe that's where you're at. So this very first one, this is for you. Understand your contract. And shout out to Mike Chapman for helping me with this. When I worked at Towson, Mike was in charge of the department. It was kind of a bit of a mess before he got there. The guy that was the head basketball strength coach was named the head of the department, but never actually did anything as a department head. It was just a title that they gave him so he wouldn't leave to go somewhere else because the basketball guy wanted him to stick around. So they gave him a better title and I think a little bit more money. It was a complete disaster, back in the day at Towson. Even crazy to think that it was worse than it is now, from what I heard, because I wasn't there. Anyways, Chapman, when I got hired, he told me, like, look, the sport coach is not supposed to be able to evaluate you. You're supposed to be safe. He said he'd change that for all the coaches. But at the very least, he talked about that with us and let us know what would happen if we did get let go. So look at your contract. Find out, are you a salary? Are you an at-will employee? If you are an at-will employee, how do you find the ability to know, like, all right, if I've been working here for X amount of time, I still get paid? Look into it, because for me, I knew that if I got let go without cause, because I got let go without cause. The head football coach didn't want me anymore, as evidenced by who they hired, somebody who had less experience than me and had, less experience running departments, but he knew him and was one of he was an intern back when he was a head guy. It was, hiring somebody that they know. And that's what happens in this field. So, and not to mention the fact that when I was told that I was no longer working at Towson, I still trained the pro day football players and I still trained the track and field team and I still filled in for other coaches that needed help with it. I just was not supposed to work with the football team. So you tell me if that meant that I was simply just not a football fire. So you do the math on that. But I knew how much money I'd get. I knew how long I'd have my benefits because of what Chapman told me. So that's number 1. Number 2, start working on your side hustle now. So if you're listening to this, you are currently already employed. Maybe that means you start doing Kier's money moves. Shout out to Kier, because to me, like, I started to learn a ton from Strength Coach Network before I took over and purchased the company from him or started doing all the things working for him. I was a member. I was just listening to all the content because it was absolutely phenomenal. The things that he knows, he's one of the smartest people you'll ever meet. And I'm going on record saying that, and I've said it before. You want to start figuring out your skills and what niche you can apply it to, because maybe you work with soccer, right? Football for the, not American football, but you know what I'm saying? Start figuring out, are there people in your area that you can be helping? How can you start doing some things on the side, using the skills you already have to start earning some passive income? I'm not here to tell you how to start earning passive income. I'm here to tell you to start figuring out who are people doing it really, really well. So that way you can start to figure out ways to supplement your income. Number 3, volunteer at a firefighter, police department, or a local gym, because to me, those are places that it kind of fits in with number 2. So working on your side hustle, you can start doing that by volunteering at the firefighter, police department, or the local gym. And I say that because I'm realizing that strength and conditioning is starting to grow outside of just college or pro, even high school. Maybe you want to start volunteering at a high school too, but from these episodes that we've been doing started all with Costa Telegatas. So shout out to you, Costa, for helping me learn more about this. Yes, I had to go and do the work, but you helped open doors for me to talk to people that are head strength coaches with fire departments, police departments, people in the local gyms. And this is why your network is your net worth. So if you're listening to this and you're not a member of Strength Coach Network, get inside. You have the ability to chat with coaches. You can network, ask questions in the forum. You can watch all the video webinars. It's a $1 trial for a day. Check it out if you're not already a member. But as you're working at these volunteer fire department and police departments, you're adding value to them. You're showing, like, hey, I can help you out And now maybe if you're in an area where you don't want to move, if you're like, hey, I like where I live, I don't want to move because my kids are going to school here, my wife has a job, we're pretty established. Well, now you can help out people that are an underserved population and you can provide some stability for yourself. So now you're building that anti-fragility. Now that you have money coming in, number 5 here, start diversifying your investments. So making sure that you're being smart about it. I'm not telling you what to do. This is not financial advice. Do your own research, figure it out. We've had the Money Monday episodes. We've literally had people from North Star Financial, a actual financial advice person, on the show. We've had people from a Horizon Trust investment company. So not real estate, a IRA. So, individual retirement account company, come on and talk to you about how you can take control of your IRA, your 401k. These are past episodes. Check them out down below if you want. Those are people that you should be listening to. Ask them questions. You can contact them because you know their contact information from the conversation we had with them. You then ask your financial advisor, your financial planner, how can you start to diversify and figure out things to help you out, so then that way you can let your money work for you. That's one of the things from, I think it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where he essentially said his rich dad told him, Robert Kiyosaki, that is, you never work for money. You work for education. You let your money work for you. So let your money work for you by doing these things. Find out where you can invest in things that make sense for you. We've talked about Money Monday episodes before. Check those out on our YouTube. Check them out on our Cheeky Midweeky. Finally, number 6, and this is the most important one. You want to know what you want to get out of life and then work backwards from there. For me, most importantly, number 1 is I am a child of God. I want to serve God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit and give back for the great sacrifice that was Jesus' life for my sins, for all of our sins. And that's number 1. Number 2 is being a husband to my wife. Number 3 is being a father to my children. Then number 4 is being a coach. That does not mean that when I put it in that order, that it's not important. No, when I do 1 through 3 that way, I become a better coach. And I think you become a better coach too. So that means for me, I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't want to sacrifice. Like, I want to be able to go to worship on Sundays and spend that time in worship and not be like, oh, I got to leave and go to work. I want to be able to see my kids when they go to school in the morning. I want to be with my wife on important events and take vacations with her and go and see things. That means I have to set up a work schedule and a work environment that allows me to do that. That's why I got into the private sector. That's why right now I've been talking with a police department. I'm not giving you advice that I'm not doing myself. I'm going to find a way to intern for a police department locally here and help them out, and then eventually get into this tactical thing while doing the private sector. My advice that I'm giving you is the same thing I'm doing to myself. And I could have chased getting, into college or the NFL. You see the list of people that I've had on the show. I could have chased it if I wanted, but I knew what I wanted. I wanted to pursue and set my life up that way. And that's why I, got Strength Coach Network. I had good investments where I was able to do the things that I needed to do, but I did the things that I'm talking to you about. That's how I was able to land on my feet. So those are the 6. Hopefully this helped you all out. If you've got other questions, hit us up in the members forum inside of Strength Coach Network. Ask your questions there. I answer it. I see the forum every single day. Ask your questions so other people can ask them. If you're not a member, do the day trial for only $1. Check us out. We'll see you inside the site. Later, y'all.
Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by watching more videos just like it? You can also help us on our quest to placate the algorithm gods by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you.